37 damage.
37 damage. Holy crap. And this guy was already set on fire.
Yeah.
Like, jeez. That's just rude.
I know,
No,
right?
and you step forward with your sword, wearing your shiny-ass new armor and your awesome new nickname, and you start hacking away at these piles of clothes, and you feel your sword bite into flesh. You're hitting flesh and bone. There's something underneath this pile, and it's definitely reacting. I mean, it's batting away horrible mosquitoes, like, buzzing all around its head. And you slicing away layers of clothing. You can see where the flesh is beneath, and it's this sickly green color. The blood is red. The blood is dark red, just like anybody else's.
Okay.
Eldove.
Okay, good.
Unless you're going to move away, but if you move away, it gets its attack.
No.
Okay, Eldove.
No, Eldove can make another line here.
Can he set the mosquitoes on fire so they're just swarming, like, fire mosquitoes? Because that'd be pretty amazing. They'd probably all fall on the ground, though.
Shoot out a... One second here. Let me make sure I'm getting the numbers right. Alright, yeah. I'll cast Scorching Ray as a level 5 spell.
Okay.
Quicken Scorching Ray as a level 5 spell on this guy.
Which, the middle guy? The guy that Khalil just chopped up?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And, is that guy almost dead? Like, am I gonna kill him halfway through this?
It's impossible to say how
roll up
wounded he
one at a
is,
time.
because he looks like a giant with... most of what you see is many, many piles of laundry. You see some bloody wounds where Khalil has hacked into him, but you have no idea how deep they go.
No, that was out of character. I want to know whether or not I should just roll these all one at a time.
And that's what I'm telling you, is that I'm not giving you an answer. You can...
Well, okay, then
it's up to you if you want to do
them
them one at a time.
until they die. What do I need to hit?
You
12
need to
plus
roll
9.
dice. Tell me what AC you hit. I'll tell you if you hit.
Alright, 21.
That hits.
2d6. Let's come over here and roll those 3 at once. Alright, that's 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 fire.
damage.
Yep.
Okay, and it's still standing after the first one. I mean, you blow what looks like a pile of berets off of its shoulder, and it goes showering into the woods.
11.
That does not hit.
11.
How many hats is it made out of?
40. That'll definitely hit.
Yeah, and that's 10. 10 fire.
10 fire. Okay. Most of the damage that you're doing, Eldove, and you see that it's very distressed when you're setting it on fire, and it's... all of the cloth it's wearing is being scorched, and he's reaching up with his hands and scraping away parts of it, so throwing the burning parts to the ground, so as not to cause further damage to him. You're causing him great distress, but he's still standing. He still looks like he's got some fight in him.
That bitch stabbed me, so...
No, he didn't. He whacked you with his club.
Yeah, he clonked
13.
you.
The other guy whacked you with his club twice.
13 AC.
No.
$17.
Yes. That'll hit. And that's how much damage on that last one?
11 fire. And I have one more of these coming.
Okay.
Of course.
That goes
Nope.
wide.
That's the one I get a 1 on.
That circles around and hits Arik.
Nice.
So you step forward, you start throwing scorching rays out of your ring, and like I said, you're causing this in great distress. It's actually reaching up and grabbing layers of cloth off its body and flinging them to the ground so they stop burning him.
Right,
Bears
he's
are-
got some more fire coming from him.
Bears are gone. We can get rid of the bears now.
Yeah.
He has to make a dex saving throw.
They both do, yes.
No. I'm making it in a line. So, that's the only one I can hit.
Okay. And he fails miserably.
Alright, let me get my d8s back.
What is this? This is your immolation thing?
Yeah, this is
Your line
immolation.
of- okay, cool.
Yeah, line of fire. That's 14 plus 2 is 16 plus 3 is 19 plus 5 is 24 more fire coming at him.
Okay. And at this point, he's almost thrown all the clothes off, and you can see underneath, it's this horribly deformed-looking creature. Muscular patterns where they shouldn't be, like bones that are causing the flesh to poke out in strange ways. His eyes on his face that you can now see are not aligned properly. He has a very asymmetrical form. He has a horrible underbite. And he's frantically ripping at the cloth that was covering him a moment ago that's now burning. And he's covered in this sickly green flesh. And you can see all the places where Khalil has bit with his magic sword. And you see the parts of him where you've scorched badly that are starting to blister up. And now he doesn't look like he has a lot of fight in him.
Not a Formian.
That's all the spells. I mean, you know what? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna send my owl up into the sky.
Okay.
And set him off in the general direction of Zook.
Okay.
So he's flying towards Zook.
How far can your owl move?
I will tell you in just a second.
Okay, I don't think it's going to matter, but...
I'm assuming 60.
Okay. Yeah, let's just assume 60 for the sake of argument.
Yeah, because that's usually what flight is. It's usually 60 feet to fly. Yeah, it's fly 60.
Arik, the one that was making the hypnotic pattern in the air, disappears from your field of view. It moves carefully away. It's watching you while it's continuing to maintain the pattern. And he walks behind a tree and you lose sight of him. Okay, now we got to make checks for the insect swarm, correct?
If they're not moving, yeah.
At the end of their turn, they have to make a check?
Yeah, it's the end of the turn.
Oh, well, they're definitely...
When it enters the spell's area for the first time, or ends its turn there.
They're definitely not going to start... They're not going to end there, then. They're going to... This one circles around Khalil.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on that?
He has not left your threat range. He is still within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
And this one steps out. This one looks horribly mad, Arik.
Mm-hmm.
You have an AC, right? It's really high, as I recall.
18? 18.
That sounds right. Hit and hit. With this great club, and it bears down on you twice. Every time I say that I weapon swings, I actually make the motion, even though nobody can see me. Just, my style of DMing is just how it is. Do you have any mitigation for this damage, or any reaction or anything? Or should I just add it all up?
Just add it all up.
Okay, 19 from the first hit. 19 from the second hit.
38 total.
38 total. As this guy takes his great club and starts just pounding you like a nail. Is that a concentration spell, that insect plague?
It sounds like it is.
Yes, it is.
And then you've got to make a concentration save.
2 of them.
2 of them,
Breach.
yes. And what was the DC for that, Eldove? You had the rules out last week.
It's 10.
The DC is half of 10 or half of the damage cost
so,
to you.
It's a DC 10 concentration save. Just pass 2 of them, you can keep your insects up.
What do I add to it? I just add my spell.
Constitution
Oh,
saving throw.
concentration, yeah.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
So it's +2 for you.
So
No.
don't even bother making the second one, because
No,
that spell's going to drop with a 6.
Yep.
Okay, so the insect, like the first one, it causes your head to ring, and your focus, you lose it momentarily, and all the mosquitoes disperse instantly into the woods, into a million different directions.
Oh wait, they're actual mosquitoes?
Yeah.
They were actual mosquitoes in the same way that your owl is an actual owl. It's a magical creature that was called forth.
No, okay. I thought... Okay, yeah.
Eldove, I got more attacks coming. You don't get to move yet. Stay there. Get plunked. Get battered down. Eldove, you have an AC, I think.
I have an AC.
But it's not 20 anymore. It's back down to 15.
It's
yes?
currently 15.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
First attack hits. Throw the shield up.
Yeah, of course.
Then it misses.
Alright.
Second attack hits. This shield is really pissing him off. Like, he's not... He hates the fact that half of his attacks are just bouncing off. 26 damage.
Alright. I'm going to actually make a real con save then. Alright, let's see
This
here.
is for your immolation thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Con to remain being on fire.
So this one is 13, right? Because you took 26?
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
And
That's not gonna do it.
And
Oh, he knocked
a
the
moment
fuck out
ago,
of you.
Eldove looked really super pissed, and he was on fire, looked all awesome.
I have rolled nothing but ones.
Then the guy whacks him with his club, and he goes, "Owie!" And now he's just standing there, looking like a wiener again.
I need to pick up Lucky.
And Khalil.
Where's
Khalil has an AC.
Yes, Khalil
He's
has
a
an AC.
baller too.
Khalil has a
Doesn't-
big ass AC, but I think he still hits you.
where are Orphan and Tarin?
One yo.
Tarin is over here looking at blinky lights. Orphan ran off in the direction of
I
Zook.
thought that the blinky lights dropped, so he's not actually looking at blinky lights. He just thinks the blinky lights are still there.
The pink ones dropped. The green ones remained.
Oh.
Pretty color.
Khalil, both of these are going to hit you. The first one hits. I mean, do you have reactions or anything you want to use here?
Yeah, I will burn. I will burn superiority die to parry first hit.
And that reduces damage by the die plus your dex mod, right?
Yes.
Let me add up the damage of the first hit. Is 22 damage. So go ahead and burn that up. Roll the die and reduce that.
Okay, so you said 22, so I subtract 10 damage from that, so I take 12.
12 damage from that first hit. The second also hits.
And I only have one reaction.
Right.
So
This also means you can't take an attack of opportunity if it leaves next round. Shit. Dice everywhere. People are going to be like, why doesn't he just roll with like a dice program? Like, nobody can see it anyway. Because I'm a purist. 26 damage from the second hit.
Ow.
This thing just
That puts
starts
me down to
wailing
60.
on you with its great club.
63 hips.
Orphan.
Mhm.
The one that was standing motionless steps out from behind the tree, dragging the great club behind it. I'm just going to describe what happens because we're actually off the map at this point. But it steps within about 15 feet away from you and brings the club up and starts to swing it at you.
Alright.
You have an AC,
He's got
right?
it. 17.
17, those both hit.
Alright.
Do you have like a reaction or anything to use to dodge the damage mitigator, or should I just add it all up?
Just add it up.
Add it all up. That's what I like to hear, man. Makes my job nice and easy. I wish I hadn't rolled. Well, that was actually not bad. 20 damage from the first hit. That was a shitty roll. And 13 damage from the second hit. Bludgeoning damage.
Since you took the bowls away, I just colored one of mine black that I used it.
That's fine.
Alright, I do get a reaction now that it's hit me and damaged me, though.
Yes, go ahead.
So it's time for Nodal's favorite move of all time. So it has to make a dex save.
Um, 9 is not going to pass anything. I'm
No,
sure.
it's not. Alright,
Not the most dexterous monsters in the world.
and that's going to be 19 fire damage.
That's your Hellish Rebuke.
Yes.
And as soon as this thing lands the second Great Club hit, I mean, you feel that burning Tiefling anger from your heart. You set it forward at him, and it catches him totally off guard. He immolates for a moment. The bright flash of fire floods over him. Was that everybody? That was everybody.
I need to go. Oh, you mean for the Giants?
No, there's one more giant, the one that's carrying Zook. Zook, you feel yourself being carried further and further away.
Okay, I'm done with this shit.
I'm out.
It's not your turn yet. I'm
I know.
gonna call this the last combat round. If somebody doesn't get to Zook in this round, it's over for him. Arik,
Okay.
your turn.
That's a plan.
What do you mean it's over for him?
I mean, it's
Well, my
over
owl's
for him.
following
I mean, he has to roll up a new character because they're gonna, grind his bones to make it their bread, etc. Go
No,
ahead.
they're not. Zook is gonna get out of this.
Go ahead, Arik.
Can I see Orphan?
You cannot. She's
No.
way far away in the
Way-
tree line.
How long does locate person last?
Orphan's about over here.
I thought it was an instant. Locate person was an instant.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it is.
What was that?
I'm casting Prayer of Healing as a level 4.
Okay.
So everyone who I can see, which is basically me.
Well, you can see all the
Eldove,
giants.
and Khalil.
So all the giants
I
get
don't
hit
want.
points?
No, the Giants don't get hit points.
Aw.
Fuck off with that shit.
You know,
What's
if you're
wrong
gonna
with you?
heal, you might as well share.
No, I'm not gonna do no such thing. 8,
Nice.
16.
That's a
16
lot of
plus
healing.
7 is 23, plus 5 is 28, plus 7 is 35 hit points.
Okay.
I could use those hit points.
That's why I asked.
Thank you, sir. That's very helpful of you.
Yeah. That's the time to...
Are we moving? Keeping in mind that you're inside this guy's threat range, the one that whacked you last turn.
I know.
Okay, just saying.
I mean, I can take the hits.
Okay, now I
But I
know
guess-
you can, because you got heavy armor and everything, so it is going to take a swing at you. And miss. That's fine. You're just going to stand next to Eldove? Now that he's not on fire anymore, it's safe.
Yes.
And you hear the cacophony of explosions in the woods. Was that it for Arik? We're moving on to Orphan?
Mm-hmm.
Orphan.
Alright. Can I follow the guy who's carrying Zook?
Yeah, if you want to eat an attack of opportunity from this guy who's standing next to you.
Alright, I'm too worried about the Zook.
Okay.
Alright, so let's cross my fingers that it doesn't hit a 17.
It did.
Okay.
And I rolled high.
Oh god.
Glad you got that 8, huh?
25 damage. You duck down, but you misjudge the reach of this club. It claps you on the back of the head. And you start darting off after in the direction where the guy was dragging Zook. But again, you're going to have to move in that direction as far as you wish to move and then make a perception check to pick up the trail.
Oh
Well,
really?
No, Zook is still hollering. I mean, you can still hear him.
You just told me I could follow him.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
follow him.
Zook's been making noise this whole time.
You can follow him as long as Zook's making noise. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Making noise as long as I can.
Because I mean, keep in
So
mind
that's-
you're out of this. You're out of the clearing with the pond and going into dense wood now.
Yeah.
So as long as he's making
what I
noise.
was asking.
Okay.
Alright.
You follow my owl. My owl's following him.
Follow the owl.
Yeah.
Is the dense wood is it difficult terrain or something?
No.
Okay. Alright, so I should be able to catch up with the guy. Or whatever's got him. Because I have 50 feet of movement.
Okay. So you head 50 feet in the direction you heard Zook yelling?
Well, see, this is what I was asking. Actually.
Okay.
Was I would not have darted off direction if I couldn't when I was asking can I follow him, I was asking can I see him and
You can hear him, but
okay.
I mean you can't see Zook anymore. I see you saw
I'm
the
gonna-
saw the scarf flapping behind a tree.
Yeah.
Last
But
time
I'm
you
gonna
made a
have to-
perception check.
But I'm gonna have to spend another turn to make a perception check this time, right?
I mean you can follow the sound of his voice without having to worry about seeing him. Is what I'm saying, and you can do that for as long as you've got movement.
Yeah.
But he's
Okay.
been moving 30 feet away every single round. And the
Yeah.
second one stepped out to intercept you.
Yeah. So I can follow the sound of Zook's voice. Now, do I have to make a perception check this turn? That's what
No.
I'm asking.
The complication with the sound is there's this cacophony of explosions that's going off every few seconds.
Sorry.
But so far, you have not lost track of Zook's voice. But you can't see the creature that's carrying Zook. You can hear Zook for as long as he's hollering.
Okay, so for the third time, do I have to make a perception check as my action this round?
No, you can follow this direction of Zook's voice for as
Okay.
long as you have movement.
Okay, then I'll catch up to the other whatever's carrying him.
Okay.
Oh, but you're saying I can't see it.
You can't see him, no, because there's a lot of trees in the way.
Uh-huh.
So it's very dense wood. What you can see as you move in that direction are more piles of laundry standing against various trees off in that direction. As they see you coming, they start to move and turn towards you. And you can
Alright.
still hear Zook in that same direction. You know where he's going.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting out of this bag.
So my plan, my whole plan this turn was to try and follow Zook and attack whatever is holding him.
Okay, but you
Can
could.
you just tell me yes or no if that's possible?
You can't. You can't reach him and attack him
Okay. Why not?
because you don't know his exact location. You can know the direction he's going, so you can hear him, but you can't see him. In order
So
to
I
catch
can
sight of
follow
him,
him.
you can move and make a perception check to catch sight of him. Otherwise, you know the direction he's going into the woods because you can hear him.
Okay. I'm right. Sorry. So that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Tarin is pretty colors. And...
Wait. I have something I want to do.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I've been sitting here rummaging through my bag this whole fucking time, and you know what I found?
Uh-oh.
I found a potion of gaseous form. I've been sitting on for I don't even know how long.
Do it.
So, bottoms up.
Alright.
I don't know what this actually does. I just know it's a potion of gaseous
I
form.
don't either, because I gave it to you weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it was like second session or something like that.
Yeah, second session.
What does the potion of gaseous form do? I think you told me that it would turn me into basically a
misty cloud.
Yeah, Alucard's misty cloud form.
Only form of movement is flying for 10 feet.
That's fine. I just want to get out of the bag.
Pass through target can pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks.
Like the hole that I stabbed through this bag a turn ago?
Yeah.
I had plans, yo.
Quaff this potion down. You should have done this 10 turns ago.
I know I should have, but I... Shut up. I just now put two and two together.
And you do. You turn into a cloud of gas.
Okay.
You feel like
a
large gnome-sized fart.
All right.
Well, in the form of misty cloud, target can't talk or manipulate objects.
Can I use minor illusion, though?
No. Not while you're a gas cloud.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Orphan. You don't know that I'm a gas cloud, but I just got out. You know what? Actually,
can't you shout before you do this?
Yeah. Can I say I used minor illusion to say I'm getting out before I quaff this thing?
You can just holler that before you quaff it. You don't need to do any illusion with it.
All right. I holler, I'm getting out, and I chug this thing.
Okay. And now your movement speed is only 10 feet.
That's fine. I'm just getting out. So I get out and I go 10 feet away.
In which direction?
I'm assuming I'm completely lost at this point, but I'm going to try to go away from the clearing where these giants are at. Probably getting ready to make Zook stew.
The best way to orient yourself is you to assume that the back of the giant is facing the pond where you were.
Yeah, and I'm going to go in that direction, hoping that is the case.
You move 10 feet in that direction.
Now, does Orphan see this Zook fart cloud come out of the bag?
She doesn't
Orphan
see
can't see anything.
Orphan can't see you.
I'm out of the bag. And I did shout, I'm getting out, before I did that. So.
And Orphan heard that. Khalil.
Khalil thinks it's time is now for now of sorting. Yes. Words. Says 19 to hit, or more than 19, 28.
Yeah, that hits.
See, that's 10. Second attack. 10 damage.
This raises an interesting question, though. This is the first time somebody's used a potion like this.
That is also 19. That is also 28. I'm sorry. 319s all in a row.
And how much was the total damage?
10 plus 11 is 21 plus another 6 plus 7 is 21 plus 13 is 34.
34 is the total damage on him?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he's very dead. Very, very dead. You clobber in this guy with your longsword. And I can't actually grab that. There he is.
You mean to move Khalil? Okay.
No, I got him. And yeah, you cleave. Like I said, you can see the flesh on him now because he's thrown most of his clothes to the ground in the burning heat. And eventually, you put your sword straight through him. The third slash cuts across, and he stops moving, crumples to the ground.
And move on to this one. Step over here to this one that's trying to pick on Eldove. Maybe draw some attention away from him.
Okay. Eldove.
Yeah. First, I want to handle my owl. So my owl's following Zook, and it's been like right up on his ass, and it moves 60 feet a turn. So I'm assuming it can follow him.
I'm gonna give the owl the same difficulty that Orphan had, because you're moving through the woods. You don't have a straight line of sight because of the trees. You can hear where Zook was until a minute ago when he shouted, "I'm getting out," and you can move that direction. But as for the exact location of the owl,
his speed, because he was going away at 35.
That's
feet,
right. Your owl moves 60. Yeah, you can see on top of him, and you see the bag just go slack.
All right. So,
I forgot how fast that owl moved.
yeah, he's a speedy little fucker. All right, so I see the bag go slack, and I see Zook go out. Is there? I'm gonna.
That depends. What color fart cloud are you, Zook? Like, can anybody see you? Are you an invisible inert
Are you
gas?
an invisible?
Well,
gas?
I had released my invisibility. So it says it's a misty cloud, so I assume that it has a form.
And there's a cloud of mist hanging in the air that's drifting away from the giant with the bag, and you see the giant with the bag is looking around curiously.
All right, I am. My owl like makes a big hoot. Has Orphan been still yelling?
No, because she was following the sound of Zook's voice, so she didn't.
All right. I'm gonna try to make a perception check to find Orphan, because I'm assuming Orphan's somewhat close by.
Okay.
That's the 20
your
plus
owl
whatever.
can get to Orphan. Your owl knows where Orphan is, but yeah, you could probably move there too. Because the owl hasn't had to move yet this turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fly out and try to guide Orphan to Zook.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, right now,
It's not
Orphan. How far did you move from the guy who attacked you when you used attack of opportunity?
I don't know.
I
was following Zook's voice. I didn't find. Know how far I moved then.
Okay, is that the end of Eldove's action?
No, that was the owl.
That was the owl. What was
Eldove's action is going to be very violent.
Uh-oh.
This fucker is getting some scorching rays.
How many? Like, how many does he deserve?
All.
Let's find out, shall we? It's a level 4. So at maximum, he's getting 5.
Yeah, do these one at a time, because I don't want waste squirt.
Yep.
That's not going to do it.
12.
Yeah, that's not it.
Have I
I'm really-
deduced the AC by now? Like, what's his AC?
That hits.
That's gonna hit, so... 14 fire.
Okay.
$16 AC?
Yep.
Alright, 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 fire. Oh wait, no, 8 plus 5, so 13 fire.
Okay. I think I'm doing my math right.
Another 13 fire.
Okay. That was 3 hits.
Yeah, that was 3 hits, so that was 4 casts, so 1 more cast. A little, yeah, that'll hit. 7 plus 13 fire.
Okay, and it's just like before. I mean, these scorching rays blast into it, smoldering and scorching the layers of cloth. And just like before, it starts ripping the burning pieces off and throwing it to the ground.
Firebolt.
Firebolt, sure.
Does a 19 hit him?
Oh yeah.
Then, let me grab some d10s.
There's a bunch in the middle of the table, bro.
I need fresh d10s. I don't want these used d10s.
Why are all those
That's-
D10s in the middle of the table anyway?
A 9, a 6 is 15, plus an 8 is 23, plus 5 is 28 fire.
28 from the firebolt?
Yep.
And just like I described, it's starting to pull the smoldering remains of its layers of cloth and throw it to the ground, so as not to continually singe itself.
I have had enough of this fucking combat.
He's going to get an opportunity attack on you there.
Oh, is he?
You're within 15
melee?
feet of him.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, then in that case, I will just stay here
Okay.
and be upset.
Well, you'd have to stay here. That's 15
Okay.
feet.
Yeah. Where was I?
You were right there. Because last round there was a dude right here, and you firebolt, or you used your fire line on him.
Yeah, just leave him where he is.
This hombre here looks back and forth between Eldove and Khalil, and looks at the smoldering wreckage of his companion, who Khalil just cleaved in half, and he's looking at the layers of clothes on the ground at his feet that are burning, and decides to cut his losses. And he moves away.
And disengage.
Oh, he's disengaged. He did not attack. And the other one that was in the tree line starts moving off in the direction that Orphan and Eldove's owl went. Arik.
Shit, let's regroup then. Yeah. I go in the direction where I saw Orphan and Eldove's owl went.
Okay. So you're
In
going
an
to move off the
effort
map
to
here.
in an effort to regroup.
And you hear the cacophony of explosions in the air.
Adding in a I'm getting out shout to that.
No, because you shouted that last round.
I don't know where it is any better than you guys, because it's not within 100 feet of me, so we can go in the right general direction, but...
I'm going to repurpose the map a little bit, because it's very confusing to see what's going off screen down here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Let me check my notes, see how many of these guys are left alive. Plenty.
What we should do is we should put away all these dice that aren't being used right now.
You guys grab all the dice and never use any of them. The whole
I
team
grab
is
only
always
the ones I
covered with
need.
dice.
I only grab
true.
dice when I need them. I'm the good one. Remember that.
Shit, I picked up a D10.
I actually don't have a map that's fully forested, but we're gonna have to assume that this whole area is heavily, densely forested, which means we're gonna have to imagine line of sight being very difficult. That does mean though that on any particular square you can use a hide action. Basically, this is the one that was carrying Zook, which means Zook's in gaseous form right next to him. No, 10 feet away from him.
I would like to actually see what I'm looking at now. I have more stupid ideas for my next turn.
Stupid ideas are the best ideas.
Orphan and Eldove's owl. Go ahead and place yourself somewhere near like this tree line area, but not next to each other, because you're within about 30 or 40 feet of this guy. Orphan fled quite a distance from the one behind him. So maybe about there. We are spread so far all over the map. In fact, I'm going to actually do this a little bit. I can move all these at once. I'm so happy.
Yay!
Okay.
So I guess you want... Okay, I'm up there by Lucas.
No, because you haven't taken a move action to get up there yet. What I'll do is on your next turn, I'll take a move action to move that direction, and then you can place yourself there.
Yeah, like Tarin and Eldove
Wait.
and stuff. We're all over by where my dice are.
Yes.
Shouldn't my owl have to be next to Orphan because he was leading him to Zook?
It'd be like.
I thought you were
right
leading
next
by
to each other.
sound, by hooting.
No, he wanted to spot him. Like
Okay.
I had to
Then
roll
yeah,
perception to see.
go ahead, put it next to him. Then. That's fine.
Yeah.
And Orphan, you saw a couple more of these guys poke their heads around trees, very near to you.
Okay.
Where do I need to put
Eldove and Khalil are up there. Okay,
Eldove?
that's about right. Orphan,
Should I be near Arik?
right now you're off the side of the screen here.
Okay.
You're up there. You have to take
Yeah,
me back
because
some
Arik
more.
went off toward where Zook and Orphan went.
Okay.
Is this guy here really here, or is this from the last map?
Which guy?
Guy,
Where are you
south
tabbing?
end.
Where
Up
you-
here.
Up where?
Up close to your end.
Top
Near-
left,
near
top
the-
right, bottom left, bottom right.
Near
Bottom
Dr. Brick
center.
Road up a little bit.
Him.
Yeah, he's really there.
Move your hands. I can't see what the hell is there.
It's a green guy.
Oh,
Stop.
my God, guys. Jeez.
And I hate to do
Orphan's
this
turn.
with the-
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
It's Orphan's turn.
There's another one over here in this tree line that I think is not really there.
I mean, he exists, but he's not standing in that spot.
Okay, fair enough.
Orphan.
Okay. So I'll go to where I heard Zook's speak last about I'm getting free.
Now, it's my understanding that the owl flew to Zook and then flew back to you.
Mhm.
So you can definitely you can just follow the owl back now.
Okay. Is the owl like?
Like you know where to go. You know the layout of this whole thing. You don't know how many of these guys. You know these two stepped forward. There may be more hidden around.
But I can't see these two because this whole area is like deep forest, right?
I mean, they're moving towards you. You can see the movement. They're coming out from behind trees.
Okay.
Your line of sight in any given direction is not particularly good, and it hasn't been the whole time you move through the forest.
Right. I know.
But you can move up to Zook. I mean, he's gassed though. You should inhale him.
No, please
You
don't
should-
do
You'll
that.
gain all
You
of his power.
You should get high on Zook.
I can talk to animals, man.
So, how about where would I? Well, I would probably have to get up pretty close to figure out that he is gas.
You see this weird mist hanging in the air. Smells like Zook.
I'll say Zook.
Smells like Zook's flatulence.
Zook cannot respond.
No, he can't actually talk.
And I will. Let me look one thing up really quick.
Okay.
Were we there when Zook picked up that potion? Like, do we know Zook has that potion?
I don't even remember where that potion came from. I'll be honest.
I think it came from Gendred's quarters way back when.
Oh yeah, it's old. It's been there forever.
Yeah, you guys would probably know that I have it.
Let's see.
Everybody.
Because every so
must
often
get
we do
Zook.
inventories of our magical items.
Do you?
Probably.
Okay.
With Tarin as captain of the ship? Yeah.
Let's see. So, Fangs of the Fire Snake, by my rating, you reach with your unarmed strike, increased by 10 feet. For that action as well as the rest of the turn. Does that include just my turn or the rest of this round? Because I'm trying to figure out if I can use that to set up a held action.
It would just be your turn, because if it was the full round, it would say the effect lasts until the beginning of your next turn, or the end of your next
That's what
turn.
I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. So I won't bother popping that because, yeah. So trouble with this is that their threat range is way bigger than mine. So I can't say when they get within melee range because they can get within melee range without me being able to attack them.
You could say get in your melee range, but they're not going to step within 5 feet.
They're not going to do that. Yeah.
I mean, you can say when they step in the range of my fire snake, and then use the fire snake as the attack. You can use that as your
That's
held
true.
action.
It does say the trick is when you use the attack action on your turn.
Yeah, so you could hold an action for that.
Okay. Alright, so if either of them gets within 15 feet of me, I will Fire Snake and attack.
And you are disregarding this guy for that purpose, yes?
Wait, is he? He's there?
This is the one that had Zook in the bag. Zook only got 10 feet away from him.
He's looking around confused at his empty sack right now.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on.
Okay.
I mean, he knows he sees you there because you're barreling to the trees
feel-
after him.
But I would have to roll a perception check to see him.
No, because you have line of sight to him from where you're standing right there.
Alright.
You know the locations of everything that's on the map right now. You don't need to make a perception check to see that.
Alright, I'll attack this one then.
Okay.
Burn 1 key point. 4 attacks. Okay, that's a 19 and a... What is this? I don't know what this is. Could be anything. Should I re-roll this? Or...
No, you're fine. It's an 8. 8 plus
that's
your...
an 8.
Whatever.
Okay, so that's a 17 and a 19.
Those both hit.
Okay. So I'll roll 2 damage dice. This is a... Okay, so that's a 10 and a 9, so that's 19 damage. And then the next 2 attacks. That's a miss and a 20.
Pretty sure that one doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Oh, Destil says his battery in his headset died.
And
Well,
this
poor-
is
Poor Destil.
7 more damage.
7? Okay.
Yeah, so that's all told, I think that was 26.
Yeah. And you start pummeling this guy, and like I described to Zook earlier, like you feel many, many layers of cloth, but you also feel your fist impacting something hard behind where those cloth layers were.
Mm-hmm.
Zook.
Yeah. Okay. So, Duke is going to... so, if I'm reading this correctly, it's concentration for the gaseous form.
No, because you didn't cast the spell. You just drank a potion, no concentration required.
So what can I release it, I guess is my question.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say you can. Why not?
So,
You know, we're not gonna make you stay gassed for an hour if you don't want to.
no, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping I could focus really hard and reform my body. And when my next question is that would that be a free action or is that an action or how would you call that?
I'm gonna call that an action.
Okay, so we'll take that as an action, and I'm going to run in. I'm actually going to you know what? That fucker who was carrying me around is right in his threat range. So I'm actually just going to reform and attack that guy because I'm pissed. This guy's been carrying me around all night.
Okay, how do you get your attack action?
Oh, I get my attack action?
Yeah, because it's an action to release the gas. Release the gas.
Well, fast hands can be use object or dex or anything like that.
But you can't attack with it, though. You can use an object
Right.
with it, but
No,
not
I'm
attack.
saying, would that...
Could he dismiss the gas form with that
Right.
ability?
Can I dismiss the gas form with that?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
And then
that makes
use my
sense.
regular attack on this guy.
And you get all the sneak attack damage because
Yes,
Orphan's
I
standing
do.
right there.
And I am fucking pissed off tonight.
Well, they're not pissed attack damage. That's Khalil.
What the hell is... Oh my god, lost my windows.
Oh no.
Will a 14 hit that guy?
Yes. You need a lot more d6s, don't you?
But no, I said will 14 hit.
Oh yeah, it will.
Okay. Alright. So, my base attack is 6 plus hold on, I gotta remember how to do all my math. So that's 12 plus
how satisfying is it to just roll
I love
a giant
that noise.
handful of dice?
Oh my
clink,
God.
clink, clink,
Here,
clink,
I'll
clink,
just
clink.
punch him in. 5, 4, 1, 1, 3, 3, 6. Okay. We don't
Plus
have-
12.
Yeah, I already got the 12.
Okay. How much is that total?
Enough to put an arrow in him and cause him a great amount of pain.
Okay.
And it's totally taken off guard. Like, its bag just went slack. Then it spun around and Orphan started pummeling it, and then immediately an arrow lodged into the folds of cloth. And you could see the blood start to seep up around the cloth where the arrow plunged in or plugged into.
Yeah. Zook is pissed.
I know Destil lost his headset, but he's still staring at pretty colors anyway.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
those are the noises he's making too.
Khalil, do you move towards Arik?
Yes.
Okay. You can go ahead and place yourself within like 5 or 10 feet of Arik.
Is that with double movement?
Oh, by the way, I have to leave at midnight, so.
Yeah, I know. We're about to wrap this up right now.
Okay, good.
I'm going to say yes, just to simplify things for now.
Alright.
Eldove.
Alright. Eldove's owl is going to fly up into the air, into the canopy, because he can't attack, and he doesn't want to get hit by a rogue giant club.
Okay. And it flying up over the canopy loses sight of the action down below.
No, not over the canopy, into the canopy.
Into the
He
canopy?
wants to be able to look down and see, but I'm assuming he's going to be higher than 15 feet away.
You can assume that.
Well, I know how many feet away I am. How
You
feet,
move your
feet
owl
away.
out of the range of what you think the giants can reach. That's the best you can get.
How high can I get and still see the battle?
Probably 20 or 30 feet easily.
Alright, he's 30 feet up. And he's just gonna sit on a branch, and he's gonna just make perception checks to see if he can see anything going on. And that's all he's gonna do with his turns.
Okay, what about you?
Well, I'm just gonna roll these perception check dice and then walk over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna move my way in. Where should I put myself after I move in?
Anywhere with what you see where Arik and Khalil are, in that general
Yeah.
area. And I
Okay.
called that a double move for Khalil, so it will be for you. Because Arik, I think, was moving 2 rounds in to chase the guy. He moved 1 round in to the edge of the table, then 1 round beyond that.
Yeah.
Alright. And my owl didn't see shit this turn because that is a shockingly bad double luck. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay.
I think we should put Zook back on the initiative order.
Yeah,
I didn't get boiled alive or whatever the hell was about to happen to me.
you would have made excellent bread, too.
There is very little chance of Zook getting away from Orphan's 55 feet of movement or whatever bullshit thing.
So, Zook, you are no longer gaseous. Nor are you
Yes.
invisible.
I'm gassy. I'm not invisible either, unfortunately.
Well, you can't. You dismiss the gaseous form because you shot.
Correct.
Orphan, you can take an attack of opportunity on this guy if you want. He's about to dive away from you.
Alright, I will do that.
Kill him. Kill him quick.
You still got a lot of hit points.
I don't think I'm even gonna hit him. That looks like a 15.
That does it.
Sorry, what?
That does it. You're good. 15 hits.
Okay. Alright. For
Oops, wrong one.
11 damage.
And as he turns, he sees he's lost his quarry. And he reaches down and he clutches his arrow. And if you could see his face, you'd see him wincing in pain, but you can't. And he turns from you and starts to move very swiftly away. You get a good punch in on him as he moves. And he disappears out of range. These two are going to move away from you. This one vanishes into the trees as well, and so does this one. This one can't hit anybody. Arik.
Oops.
Nobody knows where these ones are.
Shit. I'm assuming they're like Orphan is not in range of me, right?
No. Well, depending on what you want to do, but I mean, you don't have line of sight to her from that distance.
Oh, I don't even have line of sight to her?
No. There's
Shit.
thick trees in the way.
I'll move again then.
You hear the sounds of battle in that direction. You also hear the sounds of explosions all around you. Actually, no, the explosions are pretty faint. They're far behind you now.
Forest.
When you get that close, you can definitely see this guy moving from a round of tree in front of you, off in the direction where you heard the sounds of battle a moment ago.
Mm-hmm. That's all I can do.
Orphan.
The birds are just staying there and they're just repeating the sound. Okay.
But you don't
Alright,
hear any around you at this point. They're not surrounding you like they were when you were standing by the pond. Now they're behind you in the area of the pond.
Alright, is my turn?
Yes.
Hello?
It's your turn.
Ears? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, can I see Zook from where I am?
Yes. He's no longer gaseous.
But I mean, is he close enough?
Yeah, he's only 10 feet away from you. He's right there.
Okay.
Being an arrow at that dude.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to him and like, I look pretty bad to Zook right now. Because I have 9 hit points.
I actually hand you, you can grab a healing potion off of me if you want.
I'll take it, but I don't drink it yet. I'm just gonna motion and say, come on, let's go back.
Okay. Duke is more than willing to get the hell out of here.
Zook, it's your turn after Orphan moves where she's going to move. Are you guys going to stay next to each other?
Yeah.
This guy, do I see this guy at all?
If you take a 5-foot step, you can get a shot off on him. Because you have to move around a little bit to get a blank space between you and him.
I'm saying, do I know he's there?
I would say yes, because he's not making any effort to hide himself.
Is he coming towards us, or does he look like he's in retreat like the other ones?
No, he moved towards Orphan last turn. He moves toward where he heard the battle, basically, but he's not making any effort to hide himself.
That if I move 5 feet towards him, I could do something at him?
Yeah. Well, 5 feet in any direction, just to represent you're trying to get a shot around the trees in between you and him.
Alright. What is the radius on a fireball?
20-foot radius, so if you blast him with a fireball, you hit Arik.
I want to throw a fireball.
And you
so I
set
can...
most of the forest on fire.
Yeah.
We're still in deep cover, damn it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm sorry, Zook is pissed.
This is why I didn't want to give you that necklace.
How close would you say I need to be to use a grenade?
You can throw a grenade from where you're at.
I throw a petrified grenade at that thing.
Okay. Let's see how. Which of the 17,000 text files do I have petrified grenades in? It's a roll to hit. Let's go ahead and make your ranged attack roll.
13 plus just straight dex.
Yeah.
That'll be 18 to hit.
18. Yeah, that'll hit. Give me just 1 second. I think he gets a save. He might not, but I think he does. Actually, no, he wouldn't because it was a roll to hit.
Now you experience
No,
how
he
bullshit
does.
those grenades are.
Roll a save. And he fails. And you see the petrification liquid congeal over his form, seep down into the cloth, and he stops moving. And prestidigitation will not work, so don't get any ideas, Eldove. You cannot clean this laundry.
Why would I want to clean that man?
What do you do
give
after
us
that?
an image of what we were fighting? Because Jesus Christ.
An image? 9 foot tall, deformed giants wearing many, many layers of colorful clothes. I don't have
Duke
an
is going
image.
to-
I'm sorry. I wish I did.
Duke is going to ask in comment, why did you attack me?
It can't speak. It's petrified. Khalil.
Keep running this way. Trying to keep pace.
Okay. So double move.
Yeah, much harder in this new armor, but
Duke will
I'll
back
manage.
off once he realizes
And
he's still
Eldove.
keeping an eye on it.
Alright, Eldove is going to move over here.
And you all kind of converge around this now petrified pile of dirty laundry. The sounds of explosions to begin to fade away in the distance. And that's going to be it for the initiative order for now.
How long does that petrify last?
A couple of minutes.
Well, let's get the fuck out of here then. Let's go back to the lake.
That's what I'm saying.
And in the meantime,
Orphan
heal.
waits for Zook to catch up. He doesn't like
He's going to be petrified for a little while.
I could take that dude with us.
Can we restrain him? I want to
We
know
could
why.
own him.
Threatened to set him on fire.
No, we could telekinesis him. He is smaller than huge, I'm assuming.
He's not. He is a huge creature.
Well, huge creature, smaller, yeah.
But yeah, you can do
I
it.
got him. You guys want to bring him with us?
No.
no.
not really.
Our priest knows tongues. We could talk to him.
Feel confident you could restrain him. We could drag his ass back.
I
it
can
was gonna-
float him into the sky.
I thought it was going to be cute that we can talk to the bird creatures that can't normally talk. That was going to be really cool and awesome.
Now you can talk to this
But
thing.
now
that can't
we're going to
talk
talk
us.
to Laundry Giant.
Wait, is he still alive?
It's just
like-
petrified.
But
him.
he's alive.
Petrified.
He's
He's
gonna
just
be-
petrified.
But he's petrified for a couple of minutes.
Also, these things cast magic and they can silence us. Like,
Alright, I cast
don't
detect thoughts on the creature.
On the creature,
Yeah.
I'm going to rule that right now it has no thoughts because it's petrified.
Oh, so it's not
It's
thinking?
it's as though it's been turned to stone. Like,
I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing at level 4.
yeah, it's
For all
turned
my
into
buddies.
inanimate objects. Incapacitated, can't move or speak, unaware of surroundings. It's not thinking anything.
Alright.
Since we're all here,
But I don't.
Prayer
get
of healing, huh?
How many people can Arik see from there?
6.
Are you sure?
I'm going to rule that if you're all, unless you're making an effort to stay out of Eric's line of sight, you can see anybody he wants to see. He's healing right now, so
All right.
unless you don't want to be healed.
No, I'm just confused. But never mind.
25 hit points.
Okay. So we're telekinesising the petrified pile of laundry back to camp.
This is a bad idea.
Well, I mean, if you guys are just gonna be down on it, yeah, fine. You can leave this fucker here. We'll never find out. We'll just stay in this forest.
I'm just saying, like, they can silence, they can trap us, like...
Well,
this
we're
was
already
not a-
trapped.
this
We're
was
already
not a-
in the forest.
They hit really hard.
With the
Alright.
club that we can make sure it doesn't have when we telekinesis it back.
That's true, I suppose.
No, it's fine. Let's never figure out anything. Alright, let's go back. Let's just stay in this forest forever.
You know what? Eldove's right. Let's take it back with us.
Little's favorite 2 words.
So you're returning to camp, carrying this thing with telekinesis behind you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When you get back to camp, there's no sign of the
Ah.
creatures.
How about is there a sign of Tarin?
No, you see a pile of Tarin's equipment, but he's not there. His clothes, weapons are laying in a pile on the ground,
The fuck?
but Tarin was not there.
I always expected this day would come.
His cloak is laying on the ground, the cloak of etherealness. Anything he was carrying on his sheet is there, but he is not.
Gather his possessions up and toss them in a pack. And
Or
Alright, from now on,
useless is it? Yeah.
neither of us, nobody goes on alone.
Useless as it probably is. Orphan shouts a couple times. Tarin, Tarin.
How loud do you shout? Like, do you use your super booming voice?
No.
Okay, I've got some charge back.
Okay.
You're gone.
You're gone.
Did you just hear what happened, Destil?
No, I was parallel. I was.
You were standing
Dazzled the
there,
whole time.
staring at the hypnotic pattern. Everybody left. And then
To
when
be
they
fair, I
came
did have a
back, you were
choice.
gone.
I cast Locate Creature in an effort to find Tarin.
We'll,
Is he within how
we'll
long?
resolve that in the next session. That locate creature will say that's the first thing that happens next session.
All right.
Last thing that happens this session is Orphan calls out Tarin, and then the response from the woods, her own voice comes back from many different angles. Tarin, Tarin, Tarin.
That's a good place to end, I think.
Yeah, no, this is.
It was
this
supposed
is
to be
not
Zook
cool.
that got carried off, and for a minute I didn't think it was going to happen, and then the best possible thing